I don't know where you've been, but you're gonna respect this courtroom. My life has proven that it's not about where you come from, it's about where you're going. From a jailed youth who had my record expunged to becoming the youngest judge elected.
The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding.
In just 15 years. Ma'am, let me know when you want to go to rehab. Otherwise, I think you're a crackhead.
Absolutely not.
My goal is to inspire others to overcome their obstacles. You don't need him and his little raggedy roommate.
Thank you.
All while having a little fun on Mathis Court. You look like you're ready to lie right the first word out your mouth. This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Jacob Stein is suing Leslie St. Germain in the amount of $1,031.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may be seated.
Mr. Stein claims he tried to get a video of a colorful tree with his drone and says that offender knocked it down and blamed the crash on a squirrel.
State your name.
Jacob Stein.
Sir?
Leslie St. Germain.
All right. And, sir, you are suing Mr. St. Germain for $1,031 for negligence and knocking down your drone. Let's hear from you. Start with you.
Yes, so
You a pilot?
I am a certified drone operator, yes.
Is that a pilot? They got pilots now?
They do give out licenses for that, yes, sir.
But do they give you the title pilot?
Operator is
You have
more...
something that says pilot. You have a certificate that says I'm a pilot.
Yes, sir.
There you go. Let me see this, Amir. I don't believe you. I better see pilot on this thing, because you out here perpetrating the fraud. I bet you tell girls that, don't you? When you go to the club, what do you do? I'm a pilot. Ooh.
I haven't gotten
my
a date
own.
with it yet,
And
sir.
he don't say plane. He says, I have my own flying vehicle.
Hey, I say I'm a government officer.
You sure do. You be out there stopping people. You better stop that, pulling people over. Let me see this. Did you give it to me? Operator of a drone. I don't see anything about here being no pilot, so stop lying to them girls when you go to the club, telling them you're a pilot. How long have you been doing this?
I got it as a present for my birthday.
This was a new drone.
Yes.
Had you ever operated a new drone like this one?
Not one this fancy, sir, no.
All right. And did you train before operating something that you had never operated before? In other words, like put it within 10 feet of you,
yes, sir,
so that you can maintain, so you tested that?
Yes, sir.
In a
We
small
took it out in a nice
area, and it worked for you?
Yes,
so
sir.
That's where you said you'd go. However, this was new, because what we're about to get to is him saying that you were operating it wrong, and that's why he destroyed it. So I promise you. Am I right or wrong? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, you give me some background
So
on this.
before I begin, Your Honor, Judge Mathis, I want to say you're my favorite.
Thank
of all
you.
the judges.
Thank
You're actually from Detroit. I'm from Michigan myself.
All right.
Kalamazoo, so to be exact, some of the nicer suburbs.
Okay.
And if they would have known that, they wouldn't have been over flying their drone in our nice, quiet, beautiful area.
That's right. You said
Okay.
nice what?
Quiet, beautiful area. Okay. So
He knew you would, hold on. You said the area's all white, and he found the one black man.
maybe two or three, but we ain't gonna talk about that either.
To harass him.
They wouldn't have been over there, with all that shenanigans.
Hold up, a squirrel knocked the drone out of the sky? That's either the most athletic rodent in Michigan, or the most creative excuse we've heard in court this week. Audience, what do you think? Drone meets squirrel, or drone meets rake? Comment below. Chipmunk equals squirrel strike, or broom equals rake attack.
So what happened, it was Saturday afternoon. It was, of course, it's the fall in Michigan. Leaves are everywhere. It's really, really nice.
Beautiful.
We get some nice fall days.
The best.
So I was taking advantage of that. Raking my yard, cleaning out my water fixture and whatnot. And then all of a sudden, I hear this loud, obnoxious noise. It's buzzing, just buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. I'm looking all over. I didn't know what to do. It startled me. I was
You were outside?
Yes.
Raking leaves?
Yes. And I was shocked. So
How far did it come near you? Well,
they had the nerve to hover down in my yard. So because of privacy issues, I didn't know whether somebody was trying to kill me,
No
see
question
me do.
about it.
I didn't know what was going on.
I promise you, a few of them are flying, just looking in my house to see what we're doing. I see drones all the time.
Right, that's why we
over
keep our curtains
house.
closed.
But go ahead.
Okay, so I, went back in. So I saw the drone. Yes, I did. I heard the noise. What I did see, I was going to go back into my house because I wasn't really sure what was going to happen. I saw a squirrel jump out the tree, and it literally knocked the drone down. what can I do? There's squirrels in Michigan, all in trees. So I
Real
didn't,
bad, you hit that thing with
No,
I'm
I
sorry,
didn't-
I
I
don't mean
didn't
to say
hit-
please,
I didn't hit
forgive me,
anything,
I'm
Your Honor.
sorry. That's just a term I use,
well,
nothing
it's all right.
specific,
It's okay.
nothing.
You cool, because I know how you feel about the community. So you're pro LB. You're pro
There's no
community.
question
I
about
ain't gonna do all the
LGBTQ,
alphabets.
so you know I
Yeah,
ain't showing
yes.
no real shade
Right.
against the community.
Okay.
I was just having fun with you specifically.
But honestly, I really didn't. I went in the house. I heard the noise. I saw the squirrel knock the drone out of the sky. So I then went back. I was gonna grab a bag because here's this drone there in my yard. I didn't know really what to do. All of a sudden, I heard my doorbell ring. So of course I went back and answered my door, and there's these two gentlemen standing there. Deer in headlights. And I'm asking them what did they want? They asked me, did you see my drone? I said, of course I did. It's been in the backyard. So I carried them through the house, walked them to the back. And they had the audacity to just start accusing me of damaging their drone.
You did. Go ahead, you tell me what happened. Go ahead, sir.
Well, we had been flying around that day, just taking the drone out, using it, seeing
You
how
said,
drone
let's
footage
find a
would...
black man in this lily white community. That's what he said, not me. I don't believe in that type of stuff. Everybody ain't racist. I don't believe that.
Coming up on Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Jacob Stein, who is suing Leslie St. Germain for negligence.
I believe we're in a racist society with institutions. Now, I'm going to say that, but I don't believe every individual is racist. So I just want that to be clear. But you that day wanted to find you a black person to find.
I had the one. Not but a few of us. in the
I'm
neighborhood.
playing with you. Go ahead.
We had been shooting the drone around because our new short film, we like to make short films with each other. That's what we graduated Michigan State in.
Good.
And-
He hit my heart now. You say Kalamazoo, but my daughter went to Michigan State. I'm close to Coach Izzo.
Draymond Green came from Kalamazoo, so a little connection.
But he
Thank
also went to Michigan State. No, he's from Saginaw, Draymond. I'm going to tell him you said that. It's supposed to be your boy, and you don't even know where the man from. All right, so go ahead.
But we'd been flying this drone around Kalamazoo and around Portage, under underpasses, parks, and cemeteries, just to get a feel for it, see how we could.
What do you want to see at the cemetery?
To get a feel
You
for
thought somebody
the
was going to get
shot.
up?
Well, I mean,
Oh, let's keep the flow now. There ain't no telling when somebody might come up from the grave. Go ahead.
well, my grandmother was a little superstitious about that, so maybe there was
That's
a bit
why
of
you
that.
was doing it.
Yeah, well, yeah. But we just wanted to see what kind of shots we could get because our new short film was dealing with a college student with mental health issues, and so we wanted some, nice scenery to emphasize the attitude of the young gentleman star that we were
Because
planning
you
on
were
casting.
preparing this for a video
Yeah,
that you was going to
and naturally we wanted it to be in a neighborhood. So we went and we knew Portage was, as Mr. St. Germain said, was a beautiful, quiet, tranquil neighborhood.
But
And
they
we
were-
agreed. And we started flying over there and we kept it within line of sight as the FAA regulations say you should do. All drones are to be kept within line of sight and under a certain amount of feet. And we kept it that way. And we started flying it and it was not in the air for more than 3 minutes.
But again,
When-
Your Honor,
Let him finish.
when we were flying and we saw a beautiful maple tree kept by Mr. St. Germain and a beautiful yard and a water element to
Stop
it.
jocking him. You're about to lose your case. Can you tell me what you're doing?
We wanted to see if we could get a nice pass-by shot of this
For you
maple
ladies
tree.
don't know who some folks in. That's why we got to be diversity. Y'all know it so you can know what jocking him means. That means like you're pandering to him to try and to get him to be nice so that he can dismiss his case. No, but go ahead.
But we wanted to get a nice flyby shot of this maple tree because the colors were nice and it was a good time to play with color grading if we wanted to take it back. But we decided to fly through, and as we were flying through, something happened and it looked like the drone got hit and I lost control of it and it smash the ground, and we have the video of it
That's
here.
it, please.
A shoe. Did the drone catch the culprit mid-kick? If that's real, we're entering Zapruder film territory. And forensics experts weigh in. Is that a Nike sole or a New Balance? Either way, this drone may have captured the very moment it was attacked. But the real question, was it kicked, raked, or just unlucky?
Right there is the outline of a shoe, what I would take as a shoe.
I don't know nothing about that.
The drone took a picture, obviously, or showed the shoe in the footage that you had,
Yes.
obviously. Do you own a pair of white shoes,
I
sir?
don't know. No, I don't know.
Yes,
nothing
you
about
do.
that.
You know you got some white shoes.
That's kind of bluish.
Grand as you are, you know you got you some white shoes. Don't even try it. Got that big, grand, beautiful house, trees, leaves. I mean, you doing it. Seriously, that is beautiful.
Thank you,
Seriously,
Your
that
Honor.
is really beautiful. You know how much that would cost here in LA? That looks like Kalamazoo, 300 to 500 grand.
Right.
Multiply it by 5. Every piece of real estate we own, nice homes in Detroit, they cost 5 times as much as the ones we have in California with the same square footage. A $500,000 house where you're at is 2.5 million here.
Oh my.
Ask my daughter.
Oh.
Go ahead.
It hadn't been in the air for more than 3 minutes, like I said, so it was pretty easy to narrow down where it had crashed, which yard it was in. So we went over and we rung the doorbell and we politely asked Mr. St. Germain if he had seen a drone crash in his backyard. And
Did he have on white shoes? You didn't look down at his
I'm not that
shoes.
kind of person, I didn't look at his feet.
You didn't look at his shoes. Go ahead.
As
Who
we
terrible?
asked him about the drone, we noticed that he kind of smirked a little bit, like he was proud, you know, like a hunter displays like deer antlers and everything up in their house. And he showed us through his house, and we saw it on the ground, and we were like, "Oh, thank you. That was very nice of you to do that." And Zach here noticed that there was a rake next to it, and how damaged it was. And
What was damaged? Your zone, your
the
drone was
yes.
damaged, not
we
the rake,
have,
but
I have
the
a
drone.
picture.
Coming up,
He started telling us crazy story about a squirrel jumping from a tree onto a drone. He started to reprimand us about invasion of privacy and all of that.
Exactly.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Jacob Stein, who is suing Leslie St. Germain for negligence.
Let's see it, please, Amir.
And as Zach started to accuse Mr. St. Germain of whacking our drone out of the air with a rake, he started telling us crazy story about a squirrel jumping from a tree onto a drone. He started to reprimand us about invasion of privacy and all of that.
Exactly.
And we tried to explain to
You
him
should know better.
that we weren't
What
gonna.
is it about this picture? Are you convinced by this picture it was a rake? And if so, what about this picture convinces you that it was a rake as opposed to a squirrel?
There was 2 things, actually. Frankly, a squirrel jumping from a tree has impeccable control of its own body, right? And it doesn't weigh more than 5 pounds. So it's not a super heavy object that can slow its descent onto the ground so it can fall from any height, right? And having that fall onto a drone that is moving at that speed to be able to time that jump as well as it did to land on this drone, knocking it out of the air, causing that much damage to where a propeller falls off and the lens is cracked completely.
Cracked in what way?
Cracked like
You
that.
don't see
like-
anything on there that I can't prove your case for you. Don't you prove it on case for him? You circled a little hole where a rake would have done.
He said the crack. I thought you didn't see that.
You thought he was.
Coming up,
You know what, Judge Mathis? I was so over this case. The court ordered me a polygraph test. So you have it somewhere around
Do we
there.
have a
Yeah, I can grab it for you.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis.
Mathis Court is back with the case of Jacob Stein, who is suing Leslie St. Germain for negligence.
He doesn't know how to prove his case, but as he presented the evidence, and I have to interpret the evidence, even though he didn't know to say that a squirrel doesn't cause a round hole and a scratch that opens up like that. However, the end of a, what do you call them? The fork?
A rake.
Yeah, a rake fork, the part of the rake that goes down, that could cause a hole if you swung it hard.
At the end of the day, I feel that they had no right to be invading my privacy. We had gazebos, we had lines, we had trees, we have all kinds
Your
of
Honor,
stuff.
we had no intention of
That was
keeping
not
any
the
of the
point.
videos,
That was
and
not the
we
point.
never focused in on his house at all.
You
we were
did say you were going to keep the videos.
Yes, you
That's
did.
why you were
Well,
flying them, so you could put it in your short film. That's exactly what
we
you
were trying
said.
to match
you
it.
did, Your Honor.
These were
Sure did.
conceptual shots.
Well, you know what, Judge Mathis? I was so over this case. The court ordered me a polygraph test. So you have it somewhere around
Do we
there.
have a
Yeah, I can grab it for you.
Okay, this will help immensely. You know what concerns me about this law that the Federal Aviation Administration abides by, and that is,
And here's the real kicker. Under FAA law, you can't destroy a drone, even if it's flying over your backyard. That's right. Even if it's hovering like a mechanical peeping Tom, swatting it down is technically a federal offense. Judge Mathis hates the law, but he can't change it. This moment captures a big disconnect between law and justice. Viewers, should you be allowed to defend your privacy against drones? Comment backhand index pointing down yes or no.
drones can fly anywhere they want, and you cannot destroy them. In fact, it's a felony. Now, how crazy does that sound? That's why these planes are falling out there and everything else. This FAA got it all confused. How can you allow somebody to come into your bedroom or to the bedroom window,
Right.
and you can't do nothing about it? You can't reach out there and touch it. Can't do anything. You just got to cover up. So were I to believe that you destroyed it, even though it invaded your privacy, and I'm against that law, I'm not here to make new law.
How will Judge Mathis rule? Find out when Mathis Court returns.
This is Mathis Court with Judge Mathis. I don't like the fact that you're the only one who took it, but it does indicate that you were deceiving us. And psychological responses are consistent with deception on relevant questions. But I did tell you a lying time you come in here, didn't I? Tell the truth. You know Judge no different. But it's bad law. You're a victim of bad law.
I agree with you.
That is bad law.
This is the most emotional moment of the case. Judge Mathis is visibly torn. He believes the defendant. He agrees this law is flawed, but the facts, the evidence, and yes, the lie, leave him no choice. This is a legal tragedy in miniature. Sometimes, doing what feels right doesn't protect you in court, and that's what makes this ruling sting.
And maybe we can advocate with the federal government to get the laws changed so that they cannot interfere with your privacy. And if they do, you have the ability legally to do like you do if somebody attacks you, engage in self-defense. But the law is you cannot destroy a drone even if it's on your private property.
Right.
That's the part that gets me. They still can have their way with you. Judge me for the plaintiff because you lied like I told you was gonna lie in the first place. Have a good day. My man, no, you're all right with me.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Mathis has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant owes $1,031.
So here we are. Judgment for the plaintiff. A $1,031 payout for a drone that probably shouldn't have flown there, and a homeowner who maybe shouldn't have lied. But deeper than money, this case hits a nerve in modern society. Privacy versus technology. Neighborhood peace versus creative expression. Who really crossed the line? This case was more than drone damage. It was a collision between legal technicalities and personal boundaries. Judge Mathis ruled by the book, but left us all questioning. Should you really be powerless when something invades your space? That's for lawmakers to answer. But for now, justice has been served. Sort of. Speech balloon. If you found this case as shocking as we did, hit that like button, drop your take in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns. Until next time, stay sharp, stay aware, and stay out of small claims court.